And to say the other side is very limited, that's thinking there's only two of you, and there's way more than two of you. But first of all, anybody who comes on this network or any network and predicts the future, that's a inaccuracy, a disservice, because there is no future possible, a future destination possible under electric and digital conditions. And any possible future that one could imagine is already happening in some scenario in the media, either in movies, television shows, or in books and newspapers, or in the government. For example, there is a huge international sex slave trade, and that is not covered very much in your daily news, is it?
Nope.
And that may be a major factor in the world economy, the exchange of bodies for sex, and people, whole groups of human beings being slaves of that. So, okay, that is a horrible future from one perspective, from a literate, civilized perspective. That's a horrible situation that is not given much prominence, so people might think, oh, it's going that way, it's going to get worse. They don't recognize how huge it is right now and been for maybe 20 years. Okay, so any images of the future are irrelevant. That's why ION is so valuable to hear a very wise, eloquent voice saying, you don't need to get it done, there's no finish line, because everybody's running around trying to get to the finish line. They think their mind is going to come to a conclusion, and they think society has to come to a conclusion where we now have peace, or we now have total health. That is what's actually the engine of dis-ease, is people trying to get to these positions and imagery that is not valid.
It's like chasing a carrot at the end of the stick. Like
how about that's correct, but let's expand that. You get 4 different, maybe 5 different carrots for each body that you're chasing. Don't be limited as just my body does run around chasing a carrot. No, there's at least 5 carrots. 5 different environments that you're engaged in.
At every moment.
What?
In every moment.
Yeah,
okay.
every moment.
So in every moment,
here's another point. There's not even a now today. Everybody says, get into the now, enjoy the now. There is none. When you actually look at the complexity of 4 and 5 bodies and the environments they are part of, you would be able to visualize what moment you were in. Even if you were really good at it. Because it's not a moment.
Yeah, the just basically traveling.
Not even traveling. That's why remember, ION announced in April 22nd, 2010, the day we started our private forum for fans of ION. People had private sessions, and there was ION. He still has the record of the most postings, the most emails, and that's not JW's fingers. That's a digital apparition or something, posting all these responses to people. On that day, all portals were open. And that's possible because there's no movement possible today. Right now, we're resonating in a space, you and I on the phone, and all those that are listening, we're in their space, and they're in our space, and everybody who's tapping us, all the intelligence agencies are in the same space, and we're not going anywhere. We're just dancing with the vibrations that our language is saying. See, so actually, all those images, like take the movie Limitless, where it shows the speeded up mind, and he thought was smarter and all that. Those blurred images that represent rapid speed are erroneous. When you have a tactile and an electricity squared environment, and that's what ION is, electricity squared, when you have that technological environment, you can't really go from here to there because it's so non-visual that there's no there to get to. So the speedy, blurry image that, racing cars or take most of the fad of special effects since the 70s. The exciting part was the rapidity of some chase. It had many chase scenes. So that's kinetic movement space sped up into blurring beyond the chemical body's imaginings. And that is a rear-view mirror image of the present. We live in an environment that has access to any possible moment because none of it is as comprehensive as the tactile resonance and vibration you are in right now, technologically extended.